Good morning, everybody. That's right, your boy Roy will be Roy coming back at you from the lovely Las Vegas, Nevada. Time is currently 7:30 in the a.m. and we're approximately 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Kind of chilly out there for you, but remember, we're not in Canada. We don't do Celsius. But as you can tell by the thumbnail, Uber driver shoots pregnant woman, forcing her to give early birth to her baby. So, are there lessons to be learned from this situation? Of course, there's always lessons to be learned. Okay, according to the story, apparently the woman got in the car. The car did not match. She admits that the car did not match the car the Uber driver was driving. But she chose to get in the car anyways. Now we're not gonna victim blame here, but these are the lessons we have to learn. Could she have handled this differently? Of course. Because what has transpired was that first of all, she got in the car. Okay, now if you're a rider and you ride for with Uber and Lyft, you need to make sure the car matches. If the car matches, don't get in the car. Take a picture of the car, take a picture of the license plate, send it to Uber and Lyft, and say, hey, this car does not match the car in the profile picture, and don't get in the car. Call another Uber. You're already waiting. You can wait a little bit longer. Not going to hurt you to wait. Second of all, when she chose to get in the car, she initiated an argument with the driver over why his car did not match the app. Okay. Why are you exacerbating the situation, in my opinion? First of all, if the car didn't match, you shouldn't have got in the first place. Then you choose to get in the car, and now you're starting an argument with the driver over why his car doesn't match, which upset the driver, which leads to him ending up dropping her off at her location. And then as she gets out the car, he decides he wants to shoot her, and shoots her like 3 times, supposedly twice in the stomach and once in the leg. So what can we learn from this? First of all, I've always said if you're an Uber driver, you choose to carry a weapon, that is your choice. But this is why I also don't advocate everybody choosing to have a weapon on them at any time. Because of situations like this, we don't know the mindset of people that have these firearms in their car in the first place. And then you wonder why there are firearm policies by these particular companies because of situations like this. You have a driver who obviously has a firearm on him, doesn't have the mental capabilities to know when to use or when not to use that firearm, and ends up shooting the passenger. Also, we have a passenger that chooses to get in a vehicle knowing it's the wrong vehicle and then begins to exacerbate the situation by starting an argument with the driver who she does not know. She does not know what he has in that car. So there's few lessons to be learned here. Not everybody needs to have a firearm in their car if they're doing rideshare. There are people out there that do not have the mental capabilities to know when to properly use that weapon, when not to properly use that weapon. You never know the mindset of that person and what they're willing to do with that weapon. Second of all, if you're a passenger, do not get in a car that does not match what's in the app. That is like rideshare 101 rules. Do not get in cars that don't match. And then, once again, we don't start arguments about choosing to do something you chose to do. Take personal responsibility once again. You chose to get in the car. Why are you gonna now? Why are you starting an argument? And also, other geek tubers, I really hope you quit telling people that they should be carrying weapons, not knowing the mindset of these people. Now, I have always said, if you want to carry a firearm, that is your choice. But I'm not saying everybody should have a firearm in their car, because we know that people don't have the capabilities and mindset to have these firearms in their cars, let alone own a firearm, period, with their attitudes and the way they react to situations. But there are your couple lessons to learn here. One, not everybody should have a firearm in their car if you're doing rideshare or have a firearm, period. Second, riders, if you see a car that does not match the app, do not get in the car. And if you do choose to get in that car, don't start an argument with somebody you do not know and exacerbate a situation which you do not know what are the outcomes of that situation. Fortunately for this young lady, her and the baby are in stable condition. They survived. I will put a link to the story in the description. But Um, this is another lesson is that background checks once again don't work. We see lots of issues, and very rarely do they ever show these issues. They always like to show victims of rideshare drivers themselves, or the drivers themselves being attacked, and whatever the case may be. But this is a perfect example of where a rideshare driver attacks somebody. So it works both ways. Riders get attacked, drivers get attacked. Um, so it just goes to show you that this is a dangerous job. You never know who you're getting in a car with or who's getting in your car. And unfortunately, shit like this happens, and which it shouldn't happen, but it's going to happen. And no matter what kind of background checks you do, what kind of vetting you do, it's not going to stop incidences like this. So with that being said, remember, you are the creator of your own destiny. Nobody's going to do it for you.